Okay, today we're going to be trying to make a decorative sword out of just a basic piece of pine wood. This is just an end that I cut off from a project at Home Depot. So it's just a 1x2 piece. So let's get started and just kind of lay this thing out. What I want to do is shape the pommel. I think that's what this is called. So let's cut this out a little bit. Now, cut this out. Just do a nice little V cut here. And go over here and cut out the rest of this handle, and then we can carve the inside of it. Turn it around here. So we carve this out. Okay, so let's dig out all this and make it so that we can actually fit our hand around it. Okay. We're going to round it off a little bit now. And then I would like to put a cool little design on the handle, as if it's like wrapped in leather strapping. So in a second we'll do that, but first let's just block out the knife, get the basic shape there, and then we can hone in on those details later. Okay, so now we have the handle blocked in. It's kind of rough cut. Now we need the hand guard here to be cut out. So we'll just do the same thing we did with the handle. And we'll cut this in. And there's something about like that. And then we just need to shape the blade. Again, this is a pretty short blade. This is more of a dagger, I suppose, but yeah, the blade is almost the same length as the handle, but this is just kind of the basic idea. And obviously a full-size sword wouldn't fit inside the screen very well. So what we'll do is we'll just remove down to a point. Start removing along the edge of the blade. And again, we'll just take it down a ways so that it's, you know, halfway recognizable as a blade. And then we can refine it from there. And if we want, we can sand it down real nice. And that sanding process will make it more so looking like a legit sword. Okay, we should actually probably follow this thing around. Okay, yeah, we were off by a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, so here we go. Let's cut this out. What we can do is, actually we can just do a little V cut, and these grooves should pop right out. Okay, and here's another one. Need to make sure these lines line up. I'll just clean this up a little bit. Okay, yeah, that feels kind of cool in the hand. Let's get rid of some of these pencil marks here. this end piece here. And I think what we'll do is we'll make it so that it kind of comes to a, kind of like a Roman gladius, how they do. Something like that. I think that would look really cool. So let's do that. Let's just dig away all this stuff. So we're just going to round off these corners here a little bit. We don't really want sharp corners. And then let's remove the pencil marks. So let's cut this circle. Something like that. And then what we do is we just V-cut around it. Just remove that material. And yeah, let's get rid of that material there. Yeah, that's probably good. And then on this side, we'll just do a square. And then we'll have a cool little design. Okay. Kind of basic, but kind of cool. And then now, like I said, we'll just remove a little bit more of this. So that it's more sword-like. Okay, so in the middle of the sword, a lot of times they'll have a groove. So let's put that groove in there. I think I got a little off center with my mark. Let's do something like that. Okay. Do the same on the other side. So, we'll make this a little bit sharper. So there you have it. That's the sword. Kind of a fun little thing to play around with as I'm knocking things over on my desk. But yeah, maybe I'll put a clear coat on it and, you know, and put it up as a display. Anyway, if you like the video, please subscribe and like it, and thanks for watching.